Hello, I am Adalberto Cervantes Rodriguez. I am the creator of the ERP and business database technology that is used worldwide incorrectly by SAP, Oracle. Then they stole my technology, and the partners, small Indian origin companies in United States without ISO certification, working worldwide, and almost all the clients. As I told you in previous programs, the data and the processes are totally incorrect because they didn't follow any industrial engineering technique, and they didn't follow any scientific method, or even to use science and technology, okay, than we used to have more than 20 years ago. So all the processes in the at corporates and government might be use some kind of scientific process. Okay, we used to have it with resource documents or papers, then were used to have all this knowledge in the United States. In Mexico, we use thesis, and we have a lot at UPIXA and National Polytechnic Institute. Then it makes possible to create the technology, analyzing what was doing wrong at that time. But this bad situation are currently happens because ERP and Oracle are using the same techniques, old techniques. Then my technology changed drastically. It is used properly. Today we're going to talk about San Antonio, Texas, about Julian Castro, connections with Miss Clinton, with the Bush, of course, because they control totally Texas, and of course as well with Obama. Okay, San Antonio, Texas, it is the place, according with my investigations, related with child trafficking, narco traffic, and other businesses that should be given to the state and to the government. But in fact, it not happen like that. In Mexico, not in Mexico, not in the United States. These businesses are controlled by private people, like the Bush, like the Clinton, like the guy of Walmart. Even they are using the trains to transport children from Mexico to the United States. So you can imagine the situation, okay? These Jews have been controlling the slavery for centuries, and they continue doing it, using their formal businesses to do atypical businesses. But this is totally illegal and criminal. So I found out as well that has other cities like in Mexico, in Sonora with the Chapo. San Antonio, Texas is a place where they have mind control over all the citizens living there. So as a terror individual, I was really followed by regular citizens in San Antonio, mainly Spanish guy, Mexican origin. I think that most of them are illegally there, okay, and basically they are protected by Julian Castro to have services for them as gun stalkers, okay. Same situation like when I visited the White House. I mean, I was totally attacked by Chinese, people from India, Mexicans, and others. I mean, it was incredible. You, as a terror individual, you cannot visit the White House. Even the White House has electronic weapons, so it was totally disastrous for me. Okay, and well, to talk about San Antonio, Texas, when we have to move from Nashville, Tennessee to San Antonio, Texas, basically because the Ku Klux Klan was already firing my house in in Nashville, Tennessee. I was in Mexico City working for Telvent, and it is related with a lot of frauds with Pemex. you know, all of them are linked. So we moved to San Antonio, Texas, and even the police, even the neighbors and all, why you're moving here? What is the purpose of moving you here? So they know already that we were targets, and we were escaping for the Ku Klux Klan, and they want to know why we were in San Antonio, Texas. Okay, so that's the level of control that they have. I also found that in being in the San Antonio State Hospital, then these illegal aliens that are reporting to Julian Castro, Clinton, Obama, basically they have territories, and in each territory they have a computer center. In this computer center, they control the people, they kill the people, they murder people, and also they torture people using electromagnetic weapons. So many people, they don't know why they have a headache, why they have some pains in their body, sometimes why they have some kind of scratches and others, because they don't know that they have been implanted, or that they are attacked with using electronic weapons. That's a reality in San Antonio. So I don't know if many people try to hide that, but NSA is there. Also, almost all the legal businesses from Mexico and United States, they have headquarters in San Antonio. So San Antonio is an important place for this accounting and fiscal fraud from Mexico to United States using corporates. As well, we can find there some military facilities, important military facilities, at least more than 4, related with the protection of the borders. Okay, but they are part in certain way by this Illuminati, because this Illuminati has implanted the nanotechnology implants. The military has implanted also MK Ultra under the members. So at the end of the day, when they are retired, even they try to kill themselves, okay, commit suicide or kill other people, because they have been implanted by this Illuminati to control them. But this is not only in the military of the United States, this is worldwide. It's happened also with the Russian military and others. So this Illuminati, they control even the army, and they find who is going to be murdered. So it's incredible, okay? But as explained before, all these situations in San Antonio, Texas, one of the important people was Julian Castro. I reported several times to him the situation with my daughter, kidnapped by the CPS of the San Antonio, Texas. But they uncover that they are doing the child trafficking from Mexico to San Antonio. Okay, I found out in those years, we're talking 4 or 5 years ago, that Chinese slaughtered in China came to Mexico, children mainly, to go to the United States using the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City, as well as the DIF. DIF is the only entity in Mexico similar to the CPS. So you can imagine, okay? So they can do whatever thing, like a CPS. And this is only controlled mainly by the wife of the Mexican president, or even the Mexican president. So they are intimately related, and I think that the Bush, the Cubans, Fidel Castro is doing all this child trafficking. Also, because they are related with the Zetas, and it's basically military. created by Calderon and the Clintons. And they are using these guys. These guys attack me. Some of them were like in the construction activities, and they were in front of my house as working in a house. Okay, so they attacked me directly from there, and as well the CIA was 1 block from my house. When we were almost murdered by using carbon monoxide, they get even in the roof of my house. When I was alone with my 4 dogs, then I think that they were used as they were used in these rituals, killing animals by the San Antonio police. So we can say that some military, some San Antonio police members, the CPS, it is related with all these bad businesses of Julian Castro, as well as the San Antonio State Hospital. Let me tell you, okay, because that's the plate, and this guy they go together, and even they can interchange question and answers using these MK Ultra patients that are there. They can do that at this time. So so Calderon and Hillary might not even travel to meet each other, but they can do it using this mental hospital to have communication using these MK Ultra patients. Okay, they do it several times with me. I didn't. I have to find legal by legal what was the situation. I am an engineer, so to figure out the situation and discover that they have computer centers and others to control people, to murder people, to torture people. So Julian Castro is part of that. I also find out using internet and newspapers and others that there were people related with the real estate fraud. So we have a lot of front, not directly the rich families in Mexico, but they were related to buy houses, okay, in San Antonio, Texas. We have found that a lot of these pseudo Mexican elites are going to jail in some cases, or there are in legal processes in San Antonio, as well as in Texas. But San Antonio is the main area where this guy they like to go. San Antonio was the city of Texas before Austin, Texas. Okay. So as I said before, they are related with the attack that I suffer. Okay. The Indian consultant companies used to be only in Texas. Since I have been attacked them legally, they have moved to other places like New York and other places, and they are allowed to have some companies there. But mainly they are using virtual offices because they know that if they are catch doing all this accounting and fiscal fraud, they can go to India without problems and nothing will happen to them, because in certain way they are protected, and there's no way that they're going to pay in my case trillions of dollars then they own me after all this attack, and they are using my technology without any permission. I didn't allow any Indian company to use my technology, no SAP, no Oracle, none of these companies, and I have a criminal suit already from Mexico City to the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City and to several authorities in United States, FBI, CIA, Department of Homeland Security, Department of State, and others, as well as internationally. We're talking here about Interpol and others. So right now WikiLeaks is presenting some facts related with Julian Castro criminal acts in San Antonio, Texas, but this in all the states. San Antonio, Texas is used as the core of this control of gun stalkers and accounting and fiscal fraud, then they go directly to other states. Okay, and this is coming from Texas, then it's totally controlled by the Bush. So you cannot move. You can do any move. It is not. It's not accepted by the Bush. Using the NSA, mainly. So, as I said before, this situation with the San Antonio are related with child trafficking, and are done directly by Julian Castro and all these mafias with the Clintons and Obama. It was reported totally. Even the president of Mexico, the office, said that this is kidnapping. But they didn't do anything because, as a matter of fact, Calderon was one of the guys who gave the order to Clinton to kill me. Okay, so this is coming from Mexico. We know that Calderon is related with the Illuminati IT business in Mexico, so they control everything using Adalberto. Her wife is working in all this situation with has an opus dei, even in relationship with the Canton, Ohio, okay, where are all the Italians in that area, including Pennsylvania, New York, okay. As well, one of the main businesses, Walmart, has one of the board members in San Antonio. So I found out that he was related with a lot of import and export related with China products. So they are breaking the laws in Mexico and United States, because at that time there were not the changes that we have some months ago. After reporting to several authorities since 4 years ago or 5 years ago, working as an ERP technology, I mean, I need to have the changes in business to try the best scenario using my case SLP. Okay, so everything is related with my activities as well. So this guy, after he went to Lansing, Michigan, with some guys of the Italian mafia to put me in mind control. So you can imagine a board of a member of the board of Walmart going only to make sure that I will have the MK Ultra in East Lansing, Michigan, and behind him we see the Italian mafia as well. So it's incredible. So I only work as a consultant, as a creator of the ERP technology and the business data technology, but I have been involved in some situations because my technology is basically working in making the same thing that they were doing for many years in Babylonia, using this Babylonian secret knowledge to steal our taxes, to make this accounting and fiscal fraud. But my technology is doing something similar, but you have to use science and technology. So today we have in the SAP and Oracle ERP, we have all the pseudo technology, the satanic, diabolic algorithm to steal to make the accounting and fiscal fraud worldwide, and that they have used to destroy imperiums like the Romans. So as you can see, San Antonio is a really important place, okay, for the Illuminatis from long time ago. So nobody is happening with these guys that are doing child trafficking, that they are doing narco trafficking, and others, organ trafficking. I mean, the worst of the worst criminals activities that you can imagine. Okay, are done there. And they control perfectly the situation because there are not a lot of whistleblowers, but there are some of them, very important. Then I start to talk since I have been complaining more than 4 or 5 years ago. My technology can uncover all these activities because everything is done using my technology right now. So we know who is making the transfer, we know who is paying, and even let me tell you that the NSA get into some telephone calls and they find out that Gortari, the Bush, Calderon, and others, they were talking about, with Infosys Technologies, of course, they were talking about to sabotage me to have a position in Walmart Mexico as the lead of all the SAP practices. So they got your call, guys. When you tried me to put me in the first time in the mental hospital, one guy of the members in the ambulance told me that. So he's a real American agent. And they are reporting what you are doing. And they know exactly that you sabotage me. And we're the one then try to kill us using carbon monoxide. So they have been investigating you for, I don't know, for years even before me. Okay, so you were not trying even to cover up all this situation in your telephone calls, as the Mexican elites do in general. Okay, so but you may a lot of mistakes. I just reporting what I see in all these criminal acts that you have done against me. Okay. Julian Castro involved in real estate fraud, child trafficking, torture and killing using gun stalkers in this illuminati farm, using the mental hospital like the San Antonio State Hospital and others, all of them, to torture and kill people, even all the hospitals. San Antonio wants to be the replacement of hospital of like I done right now in Houston. So you can imagine the growing of San Antonio in the last years because of all this laundry money. So I think that something is going to happen before and after Obama leaves the presidency. And you have to make changes, Julian Castro, because I have a criminal suit in Mexico and in the United States, and even Interpol has these legal allegations. They tried to kill me several times. You fail. Thank you very much for hearing me in this program. I hope that you like it. God bless you.